Most people believe that belly fat is burned when you're gasping on a treadmill, when sweat hits the gym floor, when your body aches from effort. But if that were true, why do some people train hard for years and see no change in their stomach, while others barely push themselves, yet slowly become leaner over time? The truth lies in a place very few people pay attention to. What your body does when you are no longer conscious enough to control it. Your body does not burn fat based on emotion. It burns fat based on biological signals. And the most important signal of the entire day does not happen in the morning or afternoon. It happens at the moment you close your eyes at night. At that moment, your body makes a cold, precise decision. Either hold on to energy for defense or begin using deep stored fat as fuel for repair and renewal. What determines that decision is not how tired you feel. It is the hormonal environment you bring into sleep. If you get into bed with a tense mind, bright lights, an active digestive system, and a fast heart rate, your body interprets one thing only: this is not safe yet. And when safety is uncertain, biology will never allow access to stored fat. It will hold on to everything, including visceral fat, because that is survival instinct. This is where many people blame themselves, when in reality, their body is doing exactly what it is designed to do. It is not resisting you. It is responding to the signals you unknowingly send every night. Neuroscience and endocrinology show that nighttime is when the body switches work shifts. Daytime prioritizes hormones that keep you alert, reactive, and capable of handling stress. Nighttime is reserved for hormones that repair tissue, rebuild systems, and use deep fat as fuel. These two systems cannot run at full power at the same time. If the day shift refuses to clock out, the night shift never begins. Modern life makes this mistake almost inevitable. Blue light convinces the brain it is still midday. Messages, emails, and unfinished thoughts keep the nervous system on standby. Late eating prevents blood sugar and core body temperature from dropping. All of this sends one clear message: this is not the time to let go. And when the body is not allowed to let go, belly fat stays. The good news is this: you do not need iron willpower to change this. You need to reorganize your evening in a way biology understands. The body is honest. When the environment changes, the response changes. When you stop eating earlier, you are not starving your body. You are telling it the hunt is over. When light softens, the brain begins shifting from vigilance to repair. When body temperature drops, deep sleep becomes accessible. When worries are written down, the brain no longer has to hold them in the background all night. When breathing slows, the nervous system understands that danger has passed. This is not a sleep trick. This is how you communicate with your own physiology. And here's the fascinating part. When everything aligns, the body does what you cannot force it to do during the day. It prioritizes repair, reduces inflammation, and quietly uses visceral fat, the kind linked to metabolic and cardiovascular risk, as fuel. No noise, no sensation of burning, no exhaustion. You do not wake up because you lost fat. You wake up because your body no longer had to stay on guard all night. If you have ever wondered why you do so many things right, yet results never arrive, the answer may not be that you are not trying hard enough. It may be that your evenings have never felt biologically safe enough. So ask yourself this: every night, what message are you sending your body? That the world is still dangerous? Or that it is finally time to rest and rebuild? If you recognize yourself in this, leave a comment. Not to show off progress, but so we can honestly look at what has been silently shaping your body every night. When understanding comes first, change stops being a battle. It becomes a natural outcome. There is something very few people tell you directly, but science is extremely clear about it. The body does not change when it feels forced. It only changes when the surrounding environment is stable enough for the survival system to lower its defenses. And the evening is the moment that decides whether that system is willing to stand down or not. Many people believe they are failing because they lack discipline. But from a biological perspective, it is far more likely that you are simply living in a rhythm that is too noisy. Noise from light, noise from information, noise from eating patterns, noise from emotions. The human body was not designed to process this many signals at once when night falls. When that noise persists, the body chooses the safest option. Conserve energy, hold fat, maintain a low-level state of alert throughout the night. That is why so many people sleep enough hours, yet still feel tired, still feel tight in the belly, still carry silent inflammation. Research on circadian rhythms shows that just a few correct signals repeated every evening are enough for the brain to relearn that nighttime is no longer dangerous. When that happens, the brain pituitary adrenal axis quiets down, and recovery hormones finally have space to work. Perfection is not required. Consistency is. Biology always favors repetition over extremity. You may notice change not on the scale, but through ordinary signs. Feeling sleepy more easily, sleeping more deeply, waking up less without reason, a lighter feeling in the abdomen in the morning, a more stable sense of hunger during the day. These are early indicators that the body has begun to shift from defense into recovery. And when recovery is prioritized, visceral fat no longer has a reason to stay. This approach is not for those chasing instant results. It is for those who want to understand how their body actually functions in real life, with real work, real stress, real habits, and that is exactly why it lasts. If you are still watching at this point, you are probably not just looking for a fat loss trick. You are looking for a way of living that is less confrontational toward your own body. This channel was created for that exact group of people. Those who want science without fear tactics, change without self-punishment. Subscribe to the channel to stay with content that goes deep into how the body operates in modern life, from sleep and hormones to visceral fat, stress, and metabolism, all grounded in science but spoken in human language. And if there is an evening habit that feels off to you, even if you cannot name it yet, leave a comment below. Many meaningful changes begin with simply looking directly at a small detail we have learned to ignore. When you ask the right question, biology gives you the answer. There is a deeper layer to this story that very few people talk about, because it is not sexy, it is not loud, and it does not sell fast promises. It is how the body distinguishes between being alive and being chased. From the outside, these two states can look similar, but internally, they are completely different. When your nervous system becomes accustomed to constant reacting to notifications, to noise, to deadlines, to vague worries, you cannot quite name the body quietly recalibrates its survival priorities. It does not ask whether you want to lose fat or not. It asks only one question. Do I need to hold on to energy tonight in case something bad happens? If the answer is possibly, it will choose to hold on. Always. What is important to understand is that this state no longer feels like obvious stress. Many people have lived in it for so long that it feels normal. A slightly elevated heart rate, difficulty taking deep breaths, a mind that never fully settles, sleep that never truly sinks in. And when this physiological background persists, deep fat-burning mechanisms are delayed in a completely logical way. Nothing is broken. The body is simply prioritizing exactly what it was designed to prioritize. Research on the autonomic nervous system shows that to move from vigilance into recovery, the brain requires very specific, very primitive signals, not promises, not motivation, but rhythm. Light gradually fading, temperature shifting in a natural direction, longer exhales, the feeling that There is nothing left to deal with right now. When these signals appear consistently, the brain begins to release the tight control it holds during the day. And only when that control loosens are deeper systems allowed to activate. That is, when the body accesses reserves it would not dare touch during the day, not because you asked it to, but because the conditions are finally safe enough. This explains why some people change nothing dramatic in their diet or exercise, yet simply reorganize their evenings and see clear changes within weeks. Not a miracle. Biology returning to its proper order. If you feel you have tried everything and progress remains slow, consider this perspective. It may not be that you lack effort. It may be that your body has never been given full permission to relax at night, and as long as it feels the need to stay on guard, it will continue to hold on to every resource it has. This channel is not for those who want to hear that doing one more thing will burn fat faster. It is for those willing to understand that sustainable fat loss is the result of a body that feels safe for long enough. If you recognize yourself at that crossroads, stay. The next videos will continue to unpack the very small signals in everyday life signals that seem harmless, yet quietly determine how your body operates when no one is watching. Before this video ends, I want you to hold on to one very small but very real thing, not as a promise of fat loss and not as a rule you must follow every night. Hold it as a different way of looking at your body when night falls. Your body does not need more pressure. It needs a clear signal that today is over, that there is nothing left to guard against, that it is allowed to let go and do the quiet work of biology. If something in this video matched your own experience, the feeling of sleeping without truly resting, the sense that your body is always holding on, the frustration of trying hard while results come slowly, you are not alone. Many people are living in the same physiological state. The only difference is that they have never been shown why. This channel exists to talk about these things honestly, grounded in science, but rooted in real life. If you want to continue understanding your body more deeply, not through force, but through understanding, subscribe to the channel and stay for the next videos. And if you want, leave a comment below. No long story required, just a small sign that you are beginning to observe your evenings differently. Sometimes change does not begin with a big action, but with noticing what is actually happening when no one is watching.